Questions are being asked in Italy over delays in the rescue response after a boat carrying migrants and refugees sank on Sunday, killing at least 67 people. Families of the victims have been paying their respects.
Well, our correspondent Johannes Pleschberger is in southern Italy. Johannes, the relatives have been allowed to see the coffins for the first time.
Yes, exactly. Since the morning hours in this sports facility in the southern Italian city of Crotone, relatives, survivors, but also locals were able to see these over 60 coffins that are placed in the middle of this sports hall. It's quite hard to see these coffins, especially because a lot of them are for children, the very small coffins. And just today, the 67th victim that was confirmed by authorities, it was known that it is a girl. So also, meanwhile, investigations continue against 3 suspected traffickers. We now know that one of them is a 50-year-old Turk and the other is a 25-year-old Pakistani. The third one, they didn't explain what nationality, but the third one is 17 years old. And what seems to be shocking for the Italians is that how brutal and careless these traffickers apparently are about human life. As soon as the engine on the boat started to smoke, these 3 suspected traffickers apparently inflated a dinghy and left the boat, abandoning those 200 migrants. And it's not the first migrant shipwreck that happened in southern Italy, but it does feel quite different because it's definitely the second worst in the history of the country. And given those numbers of now 67 dead and more to come because they're still missing migrants, this is quite heavy also on the community here.
So, Johannes, what criticism is the government facing over the way this has been handled?
Well, the response by rescuers has been very slow and delayed. Apparently, Frontex spotted the boat in the late evening on the day before. It took several hours until rescue organizations and police organizations were intervening. Now we know that at 4:30 in the morning, 2 policemen found the pieces of the boat that were left on the beach already, and those 2 policemen were able to save the 2 first migrants, and they found 17 bodies right away. Now then in total they were able to save 80 migrants alive. Meanwhile, the Coast Guard, who is responsible for such rescue operations, said, why are we responsible? We didn't know it was an emergency. There was no alert for rescue. And they also said the rules are very complicated about when and how we intervene. So there are a lot of debates going on and accusations as well why this happened.